So I believe it was January to May of 2023 that I took Perspectives. I just heard about the course several weeks before it started and was really excited, interested in this. And then several other people from our church decided to take it with. And so that was a great experience for us, just being able to take the course with others from our local church, as well as then getting to know other people from other churches that were at the course as well. It was really good.
And you were the pastor at that time, right? At that church?
Yes, I'm a pastor, bivocational pastor, so pastor at the local church there, and then I also work in a chemical plant in the warehouse during the week. It deepened my understanding of world missions, and what I mean by that is it gave me a better perspective, I would say, on God's mission throughout history, from creation up until now, that He is a missionary God. And when we can understand that God is a missionary God and His heart is for all nations, not just one or a few or the good people, but His heart is for all nations and for everyone to come to know Him, it really changes the way we look at unbelievers, the way we look at the church down the street, and the way we look at people across the world. I think the first thing that I would say is if you would ask the people in my church that hear me preach, you would probably hear them say that several times I have talked about God's promise, God's commitment, and His covenant. God's covenant with Abraham, where He says, I want to be a blessing. I want you to be a blessing to all the nations. I'm going to make your family a blessing. And it's not just to Abraham's family. It's not just to the Israelites, but it's to the whole world. And I think we can learn a lot from that when God blesses us, it's not just for our good, but it's so that we can be a blessing around the world. And we as Christians have been we've been blessed with the gospel to bless others. And so I think one thing that has changed for me is it's helped me understand some of that with my preaching. It has given me more of a passion to pray for missionaries around the world that are on the field currently. It's given me a passion to pray that God would raise up more missionaries, and we know that that's God's will. And so I would say more of a daily awareness of God's passion for the world and a willingness, desire to pray. I would say absolutely take it. I don't think it's going to be a waste of time. It is a big commitment. It's 15, 16 weeks long. It's a big commitment, but it's worth it. It's worth it to gain a heart for the nations. It's worth it to gain an understanding of God's heart for the nations and knowing more of who God is.